Amen. Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. First and foremost, I'd like to start this lesson by giving all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. Excuse me, man. Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakha Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this 100% truth. Salutations unto the 144,000. Doing the work of the Lord in all truth, honor, and sincerity, and shalom to the 1/3 men, women, and children who believe in His word being taught unto them. It's your brother Amna wa Allah. I'm back at you with another lesson entitled One Step Closer. One step closer to what? This doing away with this old system, bringing in the new globalist agenda, the MOTB, one religion, one dominion, type rulership for the whole world, So yeah, in the early hours of this morning, I, saw a notification that they'd actually shut down Heathrow Airport here in UK, more specifically in London. Heathrow Airport is a major one of the major international airports we have here in the UK. Comprising of 5 terminals, in which, there may be a situation that happens and they may have to close 1 or 2 of the terminals. But, in this situation here, they've had to close down all 5, So let's see what it says here in this article. And just bear with me. I just got my voice back, but, coughing and all that kind of stuff. So salak in advance. Excuse me. It says Heathrow Airport live. Flights resume tonight after fire shuts every terminal. Heathrow Airport is expected to remain closed until the end of today, following a power outage sparked by a fire at a nearby substation. I'm not going to play the video because, can't be bothered for any copyright drama at the moment. Some Heathrow flights will resume later today after a fire broke out at an electrical substation near the airport. In a statement, the airport said that it hopes to be fully operational tomorrow. Counter-terrorism police were reportedly called to investigate the cause of the blaze at North Hyde substation. The London Fire Brigade said 10 fire engines and around 70 firefighters responded to the fire, which caused widespread power outages in the local area. In a recent statement, Heathrow Airport said, "Our teams have worked tirelessly since the incident to ensure a speedy recovery. We're pleased to say we're now safely able to begin some flights later today. Our first flights will be repatriation flights and relocating aircraft." Let's see what this word means. Repatriation. It says the return of someone to their own country. So, you had people, maybe their flight back from wherever they came from was today. But of course, because of the situation, there was, more or less stuck. So the first flights would be the repatriation flights and relocating aircraft. Please do not travel to the airport unless your airline has advised you to do so. We will now work with the airlines on repatriating the passengers who were diverted to other airports in Europe. We hope to run a full operation tomorrow and will provide further information shortly. Our priority remains the safety of our passengers and those working at the airport. As the busiest airport in Europe, Heathrow uses as much energy as a small city. Therefore, getting back to a full and safe operation takes time. We apologize for the inconvenience caused by this incident. Now, I'm not going to read anymore. You pretty much get the point as to what's happened. But I mean, because of this fire at the substation, let's just even see that. You just got to accept these things, man, unfortunately. Man said reject and pay. That's crazy, man. Excuse me. It says Police turn away Heathrow passengers ignoring stay away advice and walking to airport, man. Because you see what's happening, with all these restrictions and all of that. I mean, hey, obviously a fire happened. Cause is unknown, but, people are tired of being, told what to do by government, and a lot of the time it just be bullshit, man. I'm not saying in this instance, but I mean just, with recent events that have been taking place, society has lost faith in its government, its ruling authority, man. So people are just, more inclined to take matters into their own hands. I was clicking on that link to see if it'll give me some information on the substation, but I mean, it doesn't look like it. So here's what it is. End of the day, a major airport, which actually acted is a very busy airport. It's actually specified, I read it somewhere, where it said, Heathrow is actually, the busiest airport in Europe. And that's been shut down for a whole day because of a fire, man. But that, brings all kind of scriptures to mind. And also, why is it that, you're facing these issues now? In aviation, for example, you got all these planes just falling out of the sky. All of a sudden, planes have been, running for decades now. Surely as time goes on, your technology should improve, and these safety issues, make more sense if they kind of happen at the start. But now it's like you have, it's working backwards. It starts off well, but as we advance in time, the durability of these machines are are dwindling, man. But that's because Esau's kingdom is at an end. 2 Ezra 6 and 9 tells us, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. Okay, so what we're witnessing is the end of Esau's age, the end of Esau's world, and the beginning of our world, man, being the world of Israel. Okay, so I'm not gonna make this too long, man, because I can't even really, my throat's very irritated, man. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us. For we are not ignorant of his devices, man. We ain't ignorant of Satan's devices, man. These systems have been in place, as I said, for decades, man. Now, the age of technology and information and things of that nature, it's the same time where all these, seemingly technological advancements we've made, all of a sudden now we just seem to be regressing. How does that work? How does that make sense? So we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. We know that ultimately Satan wants to, or Esau Edom wants to, implement these 15-minute cities. Everything is gonna be within a 15-minute radius, man. So you ain't gonna have to ever leave your local, town or wherever the case may be, because everything is 15 minutes away. And you ain't gonna be able to come out of that 15-minute radius. Right, that's as Alex Jones said, that's total control. Okay. When you go to the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15. excuse me, brothers, man. A few sisters that may be watching. 2 Ezra 15 and let me start at 16, man. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Yeah, because, I just clicked on that link, and, it was talking about how you had, those select few people that didn't adhere to the government warning, and, still decided to make their way down to the airport, man, because, people are in that mindset of, hey, man, fuck the government. You know, they bullshitted us for far too long. I got a flight to catch. I want to get out this shit country. I'm walking to the airport no matter what, you know. So, you know, you got people in that spirit, which is the course of their action standing in their power, man. People are taking matters into their own hands. People are no longer seeking guidance or hearkening onto their authorities, man. Which is just more signs showing that Esau, Edom's kingdom, is at an end. All right. Verse 17 tells us how a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, man. All right. You know, people just desired to leave the country. They couldn't leave the country, man. Hey, you see, Esau, what he's doing is revelation of the method, man. He's letting you know, what is going to be in the near future. But because you just see it as, oh, yeah, you know, just one day, you know, just 24 hours, you don't really think that Esau is going to set these things into place, man. Set these things in motion, all right? You know, hey, man, forget about leaving the country. You ain't going to be able to leave your local town, bro. 15-minute city. So you can get used to flights getting cancelled and all of that, which really now is a bad time for aviation anyway, man. You know, all these planes falling out the sky. All right, but Esau wants to he wants to install that fear in the people, because when people are operating in fear, they then become easier to control, easier to manipulate. Okay, so Esau understands that. So if he has all these, you know, fear tactics put in place and, you know, things of that nature, then ultimately, you know, he's going to be able to control the masses, man, which the word mass goes back to death. Okay, so yeah, man, you know, you're going to desire to go into a city and you're not going to be able to. And, you know, that's, you know, hey, that's just prophecy, man, you know. But we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. We know exactly what's going on, and, you know, we know exactly where this is going to lead to, man. Sirach 5:15 says, be not ignorant of anything in a great matter. Excuse me. In a great matter or a small, man. Doesn't matter how big or small the matter is. Hey, you got to take heed. You know, we're those watchmen that the Lord has set upon the towers, man. So if we, you know, we see anything suspicious, see anything out of the ordinary, then what do we do as watchmen? We we sound the alarm and let you know, man. Hey, this is what's going on. You know, this was, you know, take heed. You know, so you know now is the time to seek the Lord while He may be found. You know, get serious, man. You know, because you know, I refuse to believe it was an accident. You know, yeah, I mean, it's just the times we're living in. You know, the wicked agendas that Esau Edom has lined up. You know, it's hard to believe that this wasn't done intentionally, man. Hey, you gotta think about, you know, I remember when all them trains were derailing in America, when all those food facilities were getting burnt down and things of that nature. Hey, this ain't no accident, man. Ain't nothing going on here by accident. Right? It's all planned, methodical, well thought out, and, you know, it's because they want a certain reaction. Excuse me. So, yeah, man, I mean, you know, again, it's not a good time for aviation, man. Really, we just gotta wait on the Lord. All right. You know, we're seeing the Lord is taking out this place, man. Bit by bit, brick by brick, you know. And the crazy part is that the Lord is going to even use this devil, man, to wipe His own kingdom out, you know. And that's because of pride, you know. But yeah, man, I just wanted to share a few words on that situation going on here in the UK with Heathrow Airport, man. We can expect more strange events like this to take place here, around the world, and it'll be like a domino effect. And then before you know it, you got the, all right, well, now we need to be locked down. And then the 15-minute cities are implemented, and then it's this, and then it's that. And it's MOTV, and hey, man, we ain't got that many prophecies left until we're out of here, man. So we just gotta hang in there and endure until the end, Excuse me, man. But yeah, man, let me, I'm gonna wrap up here, man. My voice is fucked. But yeah, man, I pray, Lord willing, it's been edifying. Until the next time, I say shalom.